Live from Wayne Profit Court, you're watching ODAC Women's Volleyball on LHSN, the first of 4 broadcasts coming to you here on Saturday afternoon and throughout the course of today. TJ Wingard here to take you through all the fun as it's the Lynchburg Hornets welcoming the Ferrum Panthers to Turner Gymnasium. Lynchburg coming off an exciting win in straight sets last night against Roanoke. First sweep that Lynchburg's had against the Maroons since 2018. And here are some of the numbers coming to tonight's contest. We'll also take this chance to highlight some of the key competitors. And last night, Princess Salafu was fantastic. Her and Sophia Rucker have formed a fantastic middle block set for this Lynchburg team. And Kaylee Keogh led the way for the Hornets in kills last night. Then meanwhile, you flip it over to Ferrum. Leading the way in regards to kills is Taylor Joyner. She's in the starting lineup. All told, 83 sets played, 269 kills entering today's play. And when it comes to assists, 364 this year for Shelby Waltrip. And then not far behind, 224 for Kaylee Bunn. We'll introduce the starting lineups for both sides, starting with the visiting Ferrum Panthers. I'm doing this in numerical order. Number 2, Alex Kristoff will play libero. At outside hitter number 9, Sammy Kircher. Then it's the outside hitter number 11, Taylor Joyner. We just talked about the setters number 12, Kaylee Bunn. Making up the middle, Michaela Vini, and then Michaela McBride. And then rounding things out, the defensive specialist, Savannah Walker. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, the liberos, Cassie Blackmore, defensive specialist, Jordan Bartemeyer, outside hitter, Abby Leeper. Also an outside hitter is Kaylee Keogh. Middle block formed by Princess Salafu and Sophia Rucker. And the setter, Maya Green. If that starting lineup sounds familiar for Lynchburg, that's basically what we've seen throughout conference play, including last night's 3-0 win over Roanoke. Ferrum first to serve, and it's been a tough stretch for the Panthers. Losses in 6 of the last 7, and in 9 of their last 11, looking to turn things around. Meanwhile, Lynchburg with a chance to make it a 5-match win streak with all 5 of those wins coming at home. Opening set, misses wide. Service error for Bunn makes it 1-0 Lynchburg. And during this 5-match win streak for Lynchburg, it was 2 wins last weekend and a quad match coming against Johnson & Wales and Kenyon College. Then a win on Tuesday, playing host to crosstown rival Randolph. And then, of course, last night against Roanoke. Rucker from the middle. Throws it down with authority in front of Bunn. 2-0 Hornets. And last night's game also featured a season-high 17 aces. The next closest was 13 this season. That came last weekend against Johnson & Wales. Blackmore gets it over the net. Slide. Hit comes from the middle. It's taken by Vini. Leeper leaves it long. Ferrum gets their first point. A nice sequence building up in response. Vini takes the hit. It was a nice set on the slide coming from Bunn. Now we'll see Sammy Kircher, outside hitter and a sophomore, hailing from Colorado, at the service line. Blackmore there to gobble it up. Green pushes out to Leeper. Miss hit. We're knotted up 2-all. Today serves as the 31st all-time meeting between these two sides. Lynchburg with a decisive advantage, 24-6 all-time against the Panthers, and 9-4 when playing here at home. Serve once more out to Blackmore. Rucker continues to play fantastic from that middle blocker spot. Coming to tonight's contest, or this morning's contest, 109 kills. Rucker with already 2 this afternoon. Now we see Maya Green set to serve for Lynchburg. Green, a sophomore from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Southpaw has it go off the forearm of initially Kircher. Ton of credit and great hustle there from Taylor Joyner, and nearly a miraculous third hit from Kircher, but does miss wide. 4-2 Lynchburg. Green was one of the players last night for Lynchburg with multiple aces. Blocked at the net. Green pops it up. Blackmore sets up Bree Spainhour. Earns the kill, and it's 5-2 Hornets. More on this series history closing out this point. Lynchburg has actually won 11 in a row. Last time that Ferrum took down Lynchburg was October 29th of 2002. Ferrum had to go wide left of the post up over the net. Joyner had a tough angle to try to get that ball over. And lastly, 9 of those 11 straight wins for Lynchburg in straight sets. So it has been a little one-sided of late in this series history. Joyner over on the third. There's Blackmore. Now Rucker rolls shots. There to defend initially was Kristoff, but no one takes the second for Ferrum. And it'll be a timeout called by head coach Shovelin Adair. And we'll take this opportunity to kind of run you through the resume for Coach Adair. A lot of her coaching experience comes from the DMV area. You can go all the way back to stints as an assistant coach for UMBC back in 2004, then even served as the interim head coach from November to March, November of 04 into March of 2005. Then after that, transitions to work at Virginia Tech, was an assistant there from 2006 to 2010, and then eventually became the associate head coach and recruiting coordinator for the Hokies from 2010 to 2017. Then she elevated into more athletic funding and giving roles there with the Hokies, and then transitioned back into volleyball coaching, and she was hired in June 2022 by Ferrum, and looking to turn around this Panthers program. Ferrum currently sits at 12th in the ODAC standings. And you go back to the ODAC preseason poll, right around where the Panthers were projected to be. Maya Green with the ace, and it's 8-2 Hornets. Green once more. Serve off the forearms of Kircher. Joyner able to get it over on the third. Green push out wide. Leaper. She likes living up that same side she takes the hit from. Here in the first, we'll see it in the third as well. Come from the far side, but keep your eyes on it here in the second. Once we get to the second set, that is. Get a clear look at it here on the broadcast. Leaper loves playing to that near side. None for Joyner. Good response for Ferrum. And it's now 9-3 with the Panthers heading to the service line. And having the honors will be Morgan McCoy, senior libero, just checked in, native to Blacksburg, Virginia. Leaper there for the first for Lynchburg. Keogh up and over on the third. Now Keogh there with the dig. Spainhour tools the block. Lynchburg the first to 10. McCoy checks out, and the libero Savannah Walker checks back in. Now Morgan Clark will serve for Lynchburg. Now 11-3 Hornets, and going back to the conversation about the preseason poll, that's exactly, 12th is exactly where Ferrum was picked. Meanwhile, Lynchburg currently sits 6th in the conference standings. They were 7th, but the win last night bumps Lynchburg up a spot. Green comes charging in, was able to deflect it, but nothing for Lynchburg to build in response. Subs on for Ferrum, including Maddie Luther, who will serve. Also checking in is Saren Pinnell. Green sets it up for Spainhour. And Spainhour's enjoyed a really nice start to this afternoon's play. Entering today's action, 111 kills for Spainhour as Rucker misses just long. There's a 50-50 decision along the back line for Ferrum. Panthers choose correctly. Deficit's at 7. More on Spainhour. 3 kills already this afternoon. Sophia Rucker has the same total, and that's good for a tied game high. Ace for Ferrum. It's Taylor Joyner, earning the 6 point for the Panthers. And that'll go down as the 19th ace of the season for Joyner. Clark sets up Blackmore, who's able to play it over on 3. Pinnell throws it down hard at Morgan Clark. Don't look now. Ferrum keeping it close, only trailing by 5. Gone on a nice run here with Joyner at the line. Serve to the 6th. There's Clark. Green for Salafu. Tipped up at the net. Swung near side. Now Green. Sent over on the first and returned to sender. Looked like Taylor Joyner in the middle. Threw it back with authority. And instead, correction, it was Michaela McBride earning the 8th point of the day for Ferrum. Service error, though, gives the point right back to Lynchburg. We talk about the two Michaelas there in the middle. Vini and McBride, sophomore and a junior respectively, have their hands full going toe-to-toe with Salafu and Rucker. Roll shot. Green there to defend. Keogh off the feed from Blackmore. Leaves it wide on the near side, but they're going to say tipped at the line. 14-8 Lynchburg. Hornets in all but one set yesterday were the first to 15, first to 20 in all 3 against the Maroons. Last night, Bartemeyer at the line. Initially fielded by Kircher. Then takes the 3rd. Misses wide. Both teams with astronomical hit percentage to start today's play. Lynchburg at 58.3%, and now Ferrum at 25%, which you expect those numbers to regress to the mean. Entering today's play, Lynchburg at 16.4%, as the Hornets will get a point off the double. And on the other side, it was a hit percentage at 12.2% for Ferrum coming into today's play. And it looked like head coach Hadir wanted to call a timeout there. At least we'll have to wait for one more point. Ferrum able to get it over in 3. Green tries to catch the Panthers slipping on the 2nd. Nice build, just enough touch. Keogh can't get it over on 3rd. Winning the point is Walker. Just enough oomph on the 3rd to have it roll over the net. And now we'll see Walker serve. And a service error makes it again an 8-point Lynchburg lead. Keogh to serve as Abby Leeper checks in for Morgan Clark. Keogh's serve into the net. Now it's Ferrum with players checking on, including Kaylee Bunn. Also looks like Alex Kristoff back onto the hardwood. 2 subs on for Lynchburg as well. It's already got more of those subs. Callie Clevenger, one of the 2 to come on for the Hornets. And the other sub being Gina Leak. Leak sets. Leeper with the attack and the kill. Much deserved break for Maya Green. Came in today first in the ODAC in total assists and assists per set. Had the offense run through her all season long, and now it's a chance for Leak to operate the 5-1. Bunn with the set for Ferrum. Now Leak for Clevenger, who played really well in a little bit of play we got to see last night, and Clevenger makes it 19-10 Hornets. And it'll be a timeout called by Coach Adair. Now we'll take this opportunity to run down the resume for head coach Hannah Givens. Former Hornet grad assistant before becoming the interim and then head coach for its Lynchburg program. Graduated from Wingate, one of the top D2 programs in the country. And now into her 3rd season as the Lynchburg head coach. And has got this Hornets team red hot of late. Winners of 4 in a row, all 4 wins coming at home. And Coach Gibbons been really excited about the young players on this team. And it feels like with the young squad, now that you're getting some momentum on your side, feels like this Lynchburg team could certainly be a dangerous one once we get into postseason play. Go ahead and run you down the standings entering today's contest as Lynchburg, again, number 6 seed currently in the ODAC. Ahead of them is Randolph-Macon at 7-2, and it is a top-notch 1 through 5. WNL 9-1 in conference play. Then Virginia Wesleyan 8-1. Bridgewater, St. Mark, Averett at 8-2, and then Randolph-Macon 7-2 before you get to Lynchburg at 4-4. Eastern Mennonite at 4-5. Shenandoah, Roanoke, Guilford, Randolph, Ferrum, and Hollins then round out the rest of the standings. So now out of the timeout, Lynchburg looks to be the first to 20. Blackmore at the line. Good serve. Joyner fields. Roll shots. Rucker. Had it defended by Vini. And Ferrum wins the point out of the timeout. It'll be interesting to see how that trend holds up throughout the rest of today's contest. Yesterday we saw Roanoke, until the third set, have a lot of continued success, earning that first point after that timeout. It's a good way to try to get momentum back on your side. At the line serving is Kircher. Leak with a roll shot from Rucker. Lands it down just on the far sideline. And Rucker is really keen towards the middle block. Saw that against Randolph on Tuesday. Saw it last night after the first set against Roanoke. And it's that type of ability to play on the fly that has made the likes of Salafu and Rucker such a nice duo there in the middle. Green has her serve go to Walker. Builds from the back, and Kircher over on the third. Leaper far side, off the forearm of Walker. Walker then over on third. Keogh before Green, then Rucker. Consecutive kills. Nothing finesse about that shot. Rucker let that one fly, and off the middle block it went. 10-point Lynchburg lead as Green has their serve go to Kircher. And Ferrum called for the double. But now the guilty party on the far side. A missile from the middle. Vini may not get the kill. My goodness, the sophomore from Montrose, Virginia. Let that one fly. And a ton of credit to Cassie Blackmore. Came today first in the conference in digs per set, third in overall digs. I'm amazed she was able to get there. Serve comes from McCoy. Green sets up Spainhour. Joyner, near side, off the forearm of Blackmore. Second kill, the match for Joyner, and that puts her at a team high, and everyone else for Ferrum with just 1 kill. It's been an even offense distribution so far for the Panthers as Leaper, again, playing that near side, lands it down just in front of the end line as well. Morgan Clark checks in for Leaper, who earned that point for the Hornets. So again, 2 kills for Joyner, and it's a kill for Pinnell, Kristoff, Kircher, McBride, and Walker. Clark serves. Lynchburg 2 points away from closing out set 1. Really nice play from Kaylee Bunn. We talk about this all the time with Maya Green when these setters played over on second, trying to catch the defense slipping. It's got to look just like your normal set, and that it did for Bunn. On the other side, Lynchburg 5 kills for Sophia Rucker leads the way. Then Abby Leaper and Bree Spainhour each have 3. Kaylee Keogh also into multiple kills this afternoon with 2. Make it 3. Keogh pushes the lead back to 10. Now Sophia Rucker with the honors. Sophomore has her serve go off the arms of Kircher, and the ace closes out set 1, 25-14. Hornets lead the Panthers 1-0. We'll step aside, and when we come back, set 2 between Lynchburg and Ferrum in the 31st all-time meeting between the two sides when we return on LHSN.
When you come to the University of Lynchburg to earn a master's degree in athletic training, you'll spend time in the classroom, but you'll also spend a lot of time in our top-notch facilities, learning from athletic trainers and working closely with our student athletes. In the Graduate Cadaver Lab, you'll learn about the human body in the best way possible, by actually studying the human body. This will provide a foundation to make you a much better athletic trainer. In the Athletic Training Laboratory, you'll get hands-on experience, practicing your skills, applying concepts from the classroom, and working with faculty on research projects. It's also where our hydrotherapy facilities are. This space is also used by students for studying and practicing skills outside of class time. In the Sports Medicine Clinic and Turner Gymnasium, you'll work with student athletes from more than 20 NCAA Division III sports teams, helping get them back to practice and into the game as soon as possible. As an athletic training student, you're a big part of the success of our sports teams and the success of the local athletic teams. We see this relationship as a win-win situation. You learn, and that helps us win.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Welcome back to Lynchburg, Virginia, getting set for set number 2 between the Hornets and the Panthers. 31st all-time meeting between the two sides. Lynchburg looking to make it 5 consecutive wins. Panthers looking to end a rough stretch. They've dropped 6 of their last 7 with the 1 win in that duration coming against Methodist in 5 sets. There, switch before we get underway. McBride out towards the bench, and Savannah Walker checks on. Cassie Blackmore does the same for Lynchburg. And the Hornets will have the serve to start up set 2. Kaylee Keogh to get us underway. Serve goes to Kircher. Bunn setting up Pinnell. And Ferrum strikes first. Pinnell, a sophomore from Conover, North Carolina. Now Kircher to serve. Sends it long to Bartemeyer. Green, soft touch with the left hand from Leeper. Walker, far side, Joyner, 3rd kill of her afternoon. Keogh fields the serve. Green able to tap it over. Trajectory on the reception from Keogh. It was certainly looking like it was headed towards the net, so Green keenly aware and taps it over. Lynchburg's first point of set 2 with Blackmore. Now to serve. Kircher able to go down and get it. Joyner winds up as it's deflected at the net. No one there to dig it up for the Hornets. Morgan McCoy will check in and have the opportunity to serve. Comes on for Michaela Vini. McCoy serves to Bartemeyer. Rucker from the middle. It found the block, then an outstretched arm of Bunn, but no one there after for Ferrum. 3-2. Panthers still out in front. Lynchburg chance to tie us up. Bartemeyer checks out. Breeze Spainhour on for Coach Gibbons and crew. Just up over the net. Ace for Green. Second of the afternoon for Maya Green, who, by the way, came in today's play with 25. Good for a team best in the ace department as Rucker rejects it back over, but Bunn able to rebuild and finish the play for Ferrum. Strong strike from the far side. Spainhour wins the point for Lynchburg. First time we've seen the Hornets lead here in set 2. Green continues her work at the service line. Bunn for Joyner. Blocked by the combination of Spainhour and Rucker. Off the hand of Blackmore. Ferrum with a strong response after forfeiting the lead and having the initial shot blocked. Really nice showing there for Ferrum. Rebuilding, winning the point all the same, and we're not an up 4 all. Serve comes from Lothar and make it 5-4 Ferrum. Now 5 aces on the season for Lothar. Serve goes to Leaper. Rucker from the middle. Not much Lothar could do, charging in, and then shot like that coming your direction. Get your hands up, and that Lothar didn't quite get the redirect, the deflection that you would want, but again, not much you could do. Shot coming at a rapid rate of knots in your direction. Abby Barlow to serve. First time we've seen Barlow on the hardwood this afternoon, and her serve misses wide on the far side. So now Joyner to serve. Sent to Blackmore. Spainhour trying to loft it towards the near side. Now Keogh takes the third. It's blocked. Barlow there. Rucker now off the forearm of Kircher, who then takes the third. Long volley continues. Keogh. Nice adjustment. Kircher. Blocked. Looked like Spainhour. It was either her or Rucker. 6-all with the aforementioned Rucker now to serve. Blackmore checks out. Princess Salafu returns to the court. Dug up by Walker. Kircher finds Barlow. Green tries Keogh. Strong strike from the near side. Walker digs it up, however. Kircher soft on the third and wins the point for Ferrum. Back and forth these two teams have gone after Lynchburg takes set 1 25-14. Good response for the Panthers. So I think Coach Adair is happy with the showing she's seen here in set 2. Ahead by 1 with Walker serving. Back set from Green. Spainhour sends it to Walker. Plays it over on the second, does Lothar. Keogh challenges Joyner, is a step away from being able to get to it. 7 up with Bartemeyer checking in to serve. And on the third, won't be able to make it over the net. Lynchburg out in front now. Bartemeyer also got in on the service ace party yesterday. 22 aces coming into today's play. Third best for the Hornets. Serve goes to Joyner. Taking the third, Pinnell. Seen her move all over the floor. This time the strike comes from the near side. Tied up once again, 8-all, as Kristoff checks back in, as does the starting setter, Kaylee Bunn. And we'll see Bunn at the line Freshman, hails from the Commonwealth of Virginia. Low line drive serve, dug up by Blackmore. The slide for Salafu, blocked to the net. No call Lynchburg for the 4. So instead of it being blocked, looks like it must have hit the net. So Bunn once more. Bartemeyer with the first. Green works to get to the second. Barlow then for the third. Bunn. Caught Lynchburg's defense slipping. 10-8 Panthers. Green calls on Keogh. Dug up, and a nice play from Joyner. Kircher blocked to the net. Walker takes the third. Bartemeyer lays out, gets to it. Salafu finds Walker. McBride pushed to the near side. Make that Vini. Really nice play and great awareness from Vini, seeing that type of an opening on the near sideline, and that'll lead to a timeout called by Coach Anna Givens. We'll step aside. Ferrum's looked fantastic here at set 2, and they lead Lynchburg 11-8. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more between the Panthers and the Hornets on LHSN. Welcome back to Wayne Profit Court. 3-point advantage for the Panthers here in set 2. Lynchburg took set 1. And after falling behind, Coach Hannah Givens calls for the timeout. And as players return to the court, it'll still be Kaylee Bunn at the line to serve. Bunn serves to Bartemeyer. Green looking for Keogh, has it land just in front of Joyner. It's exactly what Coach Givens wanted to see. Timeout, win the point. Now you hope to see her run at the line. Bunn pushes for Kircher. There is Bartemeyer to defend. Leaper, soft with the third. Walker plays up Pinnell, tries the same play, and wins the point for the Panthers. Roll shots have come in handy here in set 2 for Ferrum, changing up our offensive approach. Really signals the respect they have against this Lynchburg middle, but furthermore, it's Ferrum out in front in set 2. Keogh fields the serve. Leaper. Leaper lets it fly, and it comes off like that. Again, not much a defender could do, and once more, playing on the near side. Blackmore serves to Kircher, back set. Pinnell has it gobbled up by Green. Leaper wants more. Kircher couldn't play it up. Back-to-back plays for Leaper, as attacking on the same side she's swinging from. Deficit down to just 1. Serve goes to the libero, Walker. Joyner. Good response for the Panthers. That doubles the Ferrum lead. Vini will check out as Michaela McBride checks back in, as does Morgan McCoy. Primarily seen McCoy at the service line. 8 aces entering today's play. The serve sent to Keogh. Rucker makes it 13-12. 7th kill of the match for Sophia Rucker. Trailed by just Abby Leeper and Kaylee Keogh with 5, and Bree Spainhour with 4. Sent high into the rafters. Joyner, great job locating and able to play it over on the 3rd. Green finds the center of the Panthers defense. 13 all after scoring on just 2. Now Green will serve. Sent to Joyner. Bunn calls on the number of McBride, who instead finds the net. Since the timeout, 6-2 Lynchburg run. Joyner winds up, leaves it long. We talk about kill numbers for Lynchburg. Joyner leads the way still for Ferrum with 5. Then it's Alex Kristoff with 4. Another timeout on the floor. We'll step aside, and when we come back, 15-13, Lynchburg looking to close out set 2 and hold on against the Panthers. Out of the timeout, it'll be Maya Green to serve. We saw a timeout called by Coach Gibbons. That sparked the 7-2 run for Lynchburg, and now it's Coach Deere calling the timeout, looking for a similar run out of her squad. Ace for Lynchburg, reception error from Kircher. Now a 3-point Lynchburg advantage. Joyner fields the serve. Then takes the 3rd. It was blocked. Walker over on 3. Green pushes out to Leeper. Tools the block. Lynchburg red hot here in the middle part of set 2. Getting back to the team we saw here in the beginning of this contest, taking set 1, 25-14. Serve goes to Kircher. Bunn. Pennell. Has it blocked initially by Leeper, but it does not go back up over the net. Now a chance the Panthers going to run of their own, as it'll be Lothar to serve. Rucker denied by McBride. Middle on middle crime, and it's McBride, the junior from Highland Springs, Virginia. Bringing the deficit down to just 2. Green calls on Leeper. Sends it over with her left. Pennell's shot blocked the net. Green to the far side for Spainhour. Lynchburg able to rebuild. Now Leeper lands it down perfectly on the far side. Cross-court strike. As much as Leeper has loved playing and attacking on the same side she's swinging on, once you get the opposing defense, in this case it's Ferrum, catching on to that trend. Big opening start to become available, and there it was on the far side. Barlow serves for Lynchburg, who leads by 3. Spainhour has her shot dug up by Walker. Joyner, blocked by Rucker. Pennell takes the 3rd. Spainhour, middle of the Ferrum defense. There is Kircher. Joyner sent to Blackmore. Green has to go off the fingertips of a couple different Panther defenders, but ultimately hits the hardwood. Lynchburg a point away from being the first to 20. Sophomore Barlow, 6 assists this season, 9 aces entering today's match. Slide for McBride. Misses wide on the near side. And that'll lead to a timeout called by Coach Adair. Once again, we'll step aside, 20-15, Lynchburg. Looking to close it out when we return. Set 2 between the Panthers and the Hornets when we come back on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Players back out on the court. Abby Barlow to serve out of the timeout as Lynchburg 5 points away from making it a 2-0 set advantage and looking to make it 5 consecutive match wins. There's a chance for the Hornets as well to elevate up and over 500 in conference play. With the win, they'd go to 5-4. Serve from Barlow, sent to Kircher. Strong swing from Joyner. Initially received by Lynchburg, but no one there to take the second. 6 kill the match for Joyner. Nudges are just in front of Kristoff, who has 5. And now we see the sophomore at the line to serve. Green sets it up for Spainhour. Whistles, ends the play early, and a double gives Lynchburg their 21st point of the set. Lynchburg native Sophia Rucker serves to Walker. Kircher from the far side. As it picked up by Barlow on the near side. Now Keogh winds it up. Deflected off the block and out of play. Rucker has a team best 8 kills this afternoon. Continues her work at the line. Lynchburg's next highest kill total comes from Abby Leeper with 7. Then Kaylee Keogh has 5. Rucker looks near side. Serve goes to Joyner. McBride soft on the third. Dug up initially by Spainhour. Leaning and finding the net. Shot taken by Landon Spots. 7th set played, 5th match played in for Spots this season. So now it's 22-17. So you wait the serve from Savannah Walker, sophomore, coming from Georgia. Spainhour has to go up and over the arms of the aforementioned Walker. Lead grows to 6 as Bartemeyer looking to fuel a 2-0 run to close out set 2. Lynchburg's won 11 straight against Ferrum, and 9 of those 11 wins in straight sets. Ferrum looking to write a different story. And they come back from behind here in set 2. Player in the net. So set point. Bartemeyer serves over. Pinnell takes the third for Ferrum. Green for Salafu, who gives Lynchburg the 2-0 set lead. 25-17 closes out set number 2. We'll step aside, and when we come back, chance for Lynchburg to win in straight sets, or can Ferrum for set 4. Find out when we come back. Lynchburg, Ferrum, Women's College Volleyball on LHSN.
When you come to the University of Lynchburg to earn a master's degree in athletic training, you'll spend time in the classroom, but you'll also spend a lot of time in our top-notch facilities, learning from athletic trainers and working closely with our student athletes. In the Graduate Cadaver Lab, you'll learn about the human body in the best way possible, by actually studying the human body. This will provide a foundation to make you a much better athletic trainer. In the athletic training laboratory, you'll get hands-on experience, practicing your skills, applying concepts from the classroom, and working with faculty on research projects. It's also where our hydrotherapy facilities are. This space is also used by students for studying and practicing skills outside of class time. In the Sports Medicine Clinic and Turner Gymnasium, you'll work with student athletes from more than 20 NCAA Division III sports teams, helping get them back to practice and into the game as soon as possible. As an athletic training student, you're a big part of the success of our sports teams and the success of the local athletic teams. We see this relationship as a win-win situation. You learn, and that helps us win.
Look what you're missing!
Moments away from set 3 getting underway. Lynchburg looking to close it out and straight sets for the 10th time en route to potentially winning their 12th straight against Ferrum. Meanwhile, Panthers really showed some great fight there in the second set and got out to an early lead in that middle set. Then had a late push as well. Never let Lynchburg really get comfortable there in set 2. And hopefully for Coach Adir and Ferrum, they're able to build upon that momentum and put up a good showing here in set 3. When you down some of the numbers to where we are at this point in the match. 51 attacks for Ferrum, 56 for Lynchburg. That's resulted in 20 kills for the Panthers, 30 for the Hornets. 6 attack errors for both sides. A hit percentage for Lynchburg at 42.9%. Ferrum's nothing to scoff at 27.5%. 19 assists for Ferrum, 29 for the Hornets. 6 aces for Lynchburg to just 2 for the Panthers. 3 service errors for both sides. And 6 reception errors for Ferrum to just 2 for the Hornets. And then last stat. 2 blocks for Lynchburg to just 1 for Ferrum. So even in the stats, it's a little bit of separation for Lynchburg, but nonetheless, not any wide disparity between the two sides. Maybe the aces and the reception error side, but other than that, Ferrum has not gone down quietly. Lynchburg won set 1, 25-14, then set 2, 25-17, just in case you missed any of our action. Leaper, open scoring in set 3, and it's 1-0 Lynchburg. And of course, this is just the first of 4 broadcasts we have coming to you. After this, we move on to field hockey. So Lynchburg will host Bridgewater. Then after that, 4 o'clock, Lynchburg women's soccer in a rematch of last year's quarterfinal bout, Hornets and the Guilford Quakers. Then at 7 o'clock, battle between 2 of the top 3 teams in the men's soccer conference standings. Lynchburg, the number 1 seed, hosts 3-seeded Roanoke. Clevenger. Hard attack. Joyner there to defend. Barlow plays up for Green. Rucker from the middle. Tools the block. 2-0 Hornets. That'll be Barlow to serve. Sent to the 6. There's Joyner. Slide. Vini takes the hit. Green comes near side. Clevenger has to go up and over the arms of Walker. Clevenger takes a page out of the Leaper playbook, attacking on the same side she swings from. Going back to the hit percentage for Lynchburg, that's now up to 45%. If this match were to end right now, that would be by far and away a season best. It's now 3-0 Hornets. Next closest would have been in the sweep against Pfeiffer, 34.7%, but still, as of right now, more than 10 points worth of clearage. Low line drive serve from Barlow, pretty one at that. Kristoff in the middle, denied with a block. Now Vini. Nice job for Ferrum in response. Vini stayed calm, split the difference between Green and Barlow. Now 4-1. Panthers send Kircher to the line. Serve goes to Blackmore as Green pushes near side. Clevenger denied initially. Lynchburg able to rebuild. Clevenger tries once more. Deflected at the net, and now 5-1. Hornets lead the Panthers. 2 subs on. Salfu checks in for the libero Blackmore, and it looked like Spainhour was just about to sub in, but instead heads back to the bench, at least for a moment. So we have the serve from Rucker. Joyner takes the third. There is Keogh defensively. Soft on her third. Vini plays it over on the second. Keogh winds it up and deflected out of play. We saw a couple of missiles let loose by Kaylee Keogh last night. She led the way for Lynchburg in the kills department. Freshman, but when she gets all of it, you feel it throughout the entire gym. Joyner sends it off the arms of Barlow. Would have been close going out, but Barlow elects to play it safe rather than sorry. Just couldn't keep it in play. Senior Morgan McCoy serves to Barlow. Salafu then with the second. Keogh has it tipped to the net, then McCoy there with the dig. Kristoff takes the third. Good play for Blackmore, needs some help. Clevenger misses long on the third, but whistles. It looks like they're going to replay. So it's going to stay 6-2. Could have been an inadvertent whistle. But McCoy, serve once again. Dug up by Joyner. Kristoff. Tipped to the net and then through the hands of Barlow. And it's been a 1-2 punch for Ferrum offensively. Kristoff now with 6 kills, trails just Joyner with 7. McCoy will serve. Has 1 dig today. That's the only official stat down the stat sheet. As Salafu punches it over in the third and then is in the net. Ferrum trails by just 2. As Green sets up Clevenger. Third, just in front of the net. Two subs on for Lynchburg. Reese Spainhour will now check in. And as does Gina Leak, heading to the sideline as Clevenger and Green. Leak will be the new setter for Lynchburg and will serve. Serve to the 6. Kircher fields defensively. Joyner winds it up and has the 5th point of the set for Ferrum. Been very impressed today with the play of Taylor Joyner. Go to the top of the broadcast, had a team best 269 kills. That's 3.24 kills per set. Hit percentage also sporting a team high 21.1%. We've certainly seen that carried into today's play. Leak Sets up Keogh, who's denied initially. Will try once more. Pushed up that far side. It evades both Bunn as well as Kircher. Lead back to 3, and Keogh will serve. Joyner will take the first and the third. Walker then over after Ferrum tries to rebuild. And Lynchburg makes the Panthers pay for that mistake. Timeout called by Coach Deere. We'll step aside. 9-5 your score here in set 3. Lynchburg looking to close it out. Ferrum looking to keep this game alive. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Panthers and the Hornets on LHSN.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help, and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. "100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it."
Kaylee Keogh to serve, coming out of the timeout. 4-point Hornet lead over the Panthers. Chance for Lynchburg to improve their conference record up and over 500. Ferrum can't build after the serve from Keogh. And while the Panthers still looking for their first conference win of the season. 6-16 overall entering today's play, 0-9 in conference action. Currently 12th conference standings, Lynchburg 6th, and small break in the action. Conference over at the scores table on the far side of Turner Gymnasium. Take this opportunity to talk about the upcoming schedules for both sides. Looking ahead for Lynchburg after today, it'll be a trip out to Christopher Newport on the 19th of this month. So Lynchburg and Newport News next Wednesday, and then tri-match hosted here at Wayne Prophet Court next Saturday as Lynchburg welcome Virginia, Lynchburg, and Virginia State to Wayne Prophet Court. And then looking ahead for Ferrum, the upcoming schedule, we'll see the Panthers stay in conference play, return home, and have senior night on Thursday the 20th, playing host to the Guilford Quakers. And then hitting the road to take on Johnson & Wales in Charlotte, North Carolina on Saturday the 22nd. And on that same day, we'll take on Toccoa Falls College. Those two matches with a 12 and 2 p.m. start time. And then last two matches for Ferrum in the regular season at Hollins on Wednesday the 26th, and then the next day out at Bluefield State. Play can resume. Serve goes to Joyner. Slide. Set up for Ariana Beverly. Leaper leaves her shot long on the near sideline. Now 10-6. Joyner to serve. Salafu tools the block. Lead back to 5 as Rucker checks on for Salafu, and it'll be Blackmore at the line. Serve goes to Walker on the far side. Hit left long by Pinnell. Lynchburg's doubled up the Panthers here in the third set, and assuming the score holds, you look at this last week, 2 wins via sweeps against Kenyon and Johnson & Wales. Then a win in 4 sets against Randolph. Last night, a sweep against Roanoke as the Panthers make it 12-7. But nonetheless, Lynchburg were to hold on and say get a sweep here. You'd be looking at Lynchburg winning 15 of the last 16 sets they've played, all in the span of 7 days, leading into a 5-match win streak, all played at home. And that's a huge storyline to me because this Lynchburg volleyball team didn't get to play at home until September 28th. So it was a while before we got to see the Hornets play on their home court. But since then, returns have been great. Leaper through the hands of 2 Ferrum defenders. Eighth kill of the afternoon for Leaper, tied for second most for any Lynchburg player. Subbing in and getting sent to serve. Serve misses long. It came from Kiri Thibodeau, freshman setter from Lorton, Virginia. Actually, going to say it got down. So 14-7 Lynchburg. Apologies for my confusion. Thibodeau. Do it once again. Serve goes to Joyner. Hit comes from Kircher. Thibodeau. The set for Leaper. Keo there to defend. Thibodeau once again calls on Leaper, plays up that far sideline. Lynchburg the first to 15. Thibodeau again serves to Joyner. Pushed over on the third. Nice job from Vini finding the opening on that far side. It's now 15-8. Subs check on. Eddie Lothar checks in and will serve and service the setter as well for Ferrum. Serve goes to Leaper, is able to dig it up. Then takes the third. This leaves it wide left. Thibodeau trying to set it up for Rucker. Now a 3-0 run put together by Ferrum. Deficit down to just 5. Leaper misses long, make it a 4-0 run. All of a sudden, the deficit is cut in half for the Panthers. As Lothar continues her stint at the line. Pushed back line, Keogh. Another attack error. And now it's 15-12. Lynchburg still has both timeouts, so if this tough stretch continues, figure to see Coach Givens call a timeout. Clevenger off the deflection, then into the net. Ends that run for the Panthers. Sub on for Lynchburg. Leaper will check out. Barlow subs in to serve. Vini has the third touch for Ferrum. Clevenger takes it for Lynchburg. Kircher denied to the net. Whistles. And the point given to Lynchburg. Advantage back to 5. As Barlow this afternoon, gotten to see a fair amount of the freshmen so far this afternoon. Five digs so far for Barlow. No aces, no assists, but got to see a fair amount over the last couple of nights. Roll shot for Keogh on the third. Ferrum can't build in response. And as it's 18-12 Lynchburg. Final timeout of the set called by Coach Adair will step aside, and when we come back, Lynchburg ahead by 6, looking to close things out in set 3. You're watching the Panthers and the Hornets on LHSN.
Look what you're missing.
It really don't matter to me. I'm just happy to be here. I might go crazy.
Welcome back to Wayne Profit Court. TJ Wingert here with you for set 3 between Lynchburg and Ferrum. Hornets lead the Panthers 18-12. Lynchburg 7 points away from closing it out in straight sets for the 4th time this week and for the 2nd time in as many days. Yesterday it came against Roanoke. This afternoon looking to do it against the Panthers. Kircher on the 3rd. I believe Blackmore is the first to it for the Hornets. Clevenger finds the opening, near side back corner. A nice find. Lynchburg ahead by 7 and a point away from being the first to 20. Barlow continues to serve. Lothar for Vini, laying out Blackmore. Then Thibodeau gets underneath it. Keogh able to play it over on the 3rd touch. Vini from the middle, denied. Now Kircher rejected as well. Alexis Shaw and Callie Clevenger form a wall at the net. 20-12 Hornets out in front of the Panthers. And a sub on for Lynchburg, Diana Artis. First time seeing the freshman out on the court this afternoon. Ace for Barlow. It was a tough decision for Joyner to make on the back line. It looked like it had enough loft to get out of play, but then drops down just in front of the end line. Served to a similar spot. The attack comes from Kristoff. Artis from the far side. Tries to go cross court. Gobbled up by Kircher. Player in the net. So now 21-13 with Kircher to serve. Serve goes to Barlow. Clevenger leaves it just wide on the near side. Thibodeau pushes out Artis. Lands it down just in front of the near sideline. First kill in the career of Diana Artis. Makes it 22-14 Lynchburg. Alexis Shaw to serve. First time we've seen her at the line this afternoon. Joyner finds the Lynchburg middle block. Tries again. As time tools the block. Shaw will check out as Lynchburg goes with the libero switch, and on comes Blackmore. McCoy checks in for Ferrum and will serve. Artis receives it but plays it over on the first. Swats it back over at the net. Ferrum rebuilds. Joyner has the third touch. Salafu from the middle. Sends it straight back down. Lynchburg 2 points away now from winning in straight sets. Jana Leak checks in for Clevenger. And Bree Spainhour will sub on for Kiri Thibodeau. Punched over by Lothar on the second. Lynchburg calls on the middle. Salafu once again. Joyner couldn't get it over on the third. Had to go with the attack with the left hand. First time we've seen Joyner have to do that. So now match point. 24-15 Lynchburg has Leak at the line. Low line drive serve. Lothar again tries to punch it over on the second. Tap down then, just in front of the net by Beverly. Lynchburg able to reset, get it over in three. Tool in the block, that's Kristoff. 8th kill of the day for Kristoff, trailing just Joyner with 9. Kaylee Bunn will have the honors for Ferrum. Need a long run to keep this match alive. An ace will certainly help. Blackmore, once again, the intended target on the serve. Blackmore down on the deck once again. 2-0 run for the Panthers. They get a 3-0 run. Serve to Blackmore. Once again, has a hard time fielding the serve. Another ace for Bunn. Freshman once more. Now a receiving error from Artis. Blackmore with the dig, fields it clean this time. Salafu denied at the net. Leak for Spainhour, who calls game. 25-20, your final in set 3, and that means Lynchburg wins in straight sets, winning 25-14, 25-17, and 25-20. Nice gradual improvement. Scoring column there for Ferrum, and that leads me into our takeaways, then we'll get you out of here. First to 4 broadcast this afternoon. You know, Ferrum, yes, of course, another loss, dropped now 7 of your last 8. 0-10 in conference play. This is not the result you're looking for, but there's a lot to be hopeful about moving forward. And this is the team with sophomore Taylor Joyner. Really impressed me this afternoon. Even the setter, Kaylee Bunn, especially with that late run at the service line. Freshman. A lot of young pieces in this team under our first-year head coach. I'm optimistic to see where this program builds upon their success. And again, lost first set by 11, then it was 8, and they lost by 5, including a late run in that third set. So intrigued to see where momentum takes this Ferrum squad. And meanwhile for Lynchburg, 5th win at home in 7 days. Happy to be back, right? So Lynchburg, throughout this stretch, has been able to bump their record up to 11-9 overall, 5-4 in conference play. Meanwhile, Ferrum now 6-17 overall, 0-10 in conference play. And Lynchburg looking to keep things rolling as they move on to take on CNU next Wednesday before the tri-match next weekend. I want to say thank you, everybody, for spending some time with us on your Saturday morning. Hope to have you with us for the next 3 broadcasts here on Homecoming in the Hill City. But that's going to do it for us in Wayne Prophet Corps. I'd like to give a shout out to my director, Nathaniel Pierce, and the rest of our fantastic LHSN broadcast crew. Till the field hockey game at 1:30, we are signing off.